After a close win back in Boulder, Arizona is now ranked #1 in the Pac-12 South. This team has continued to have strong finishes defensively, and Kevin Sumlin contributes this success to adjustments and decisions to get the best players on the field made by Marcel Yates.
It's a combination of rotating the front, which if the game within the game last week was, it became a track meet in the third quarter because they wanted to try to keep personnel on the field. And I mean, they got coaches too, right? They did a nice job of going tempo and trying to lock our personnel on the field and keep the three linebackers. If we got to a 3 down front or a 4 down front, they were going fast in the third quarter. And, not letting our D-line rotate, particularly after it made first down. So, and not letting us get to a nickel package or our dime package where, we get some of our, 5 DBs out there that can cover. And so they did a nice job of that. But, we've been multiple in what we've been doing with 3 down, 4 down, the 3 linebackers, moving Jace around a little bit, getting the freshmen on the field, having confidence in Christian Roland-Wallace and Bobby Wolf that can get Jace and some of these guys on other matchups. So, just playing guys. We're playing more people on defense than we played last year. And to your question, in the fourth quarter, that's got a lot to do with it too. Just be honest with you, because you're playing guys for 80 snaps. And you get to this time of year, it's just different. And guys get worn down and play at altitude. So I think we've done a nice job of rotating guys, getting guys experience all over the field, not just the D-line, but if you watch, closely in the end, they threw some deep balls, and we had to rotate some corners in there too at the end of the game. And we got Bobby Wolf in there. We got Roland Wallace in there because Jace was struggling a little bit, but got him moved around and got some fresh people in there. So we're playing a lot of people, and with that, comes the freshness, and I think to be able to close out games.
Kevin Sumlin sounds more confident in JJ Taylor's ability to do more this week after only playing 2 snaps in Colorado. Sumlin says the team misses him since he is one of those running backs that does a good job of cleaning up missed blocks.
Experience and some of the things you asked about earlier. JJ is a patient runner. He's a not just a one-cut runner. He can make people miss. So when you have a guy that he makes our line better, just because our backs are doing a nice job, between the 4 or 5 of them. But JJ's a guy that can clean up a lot of different things when there is a missed block, or there is somebody on the edge, or there is a mistake up front because of his stop and start and his change of direction. And, yeah, we do miss him. We need him. So, we didn't want to push it last week with him there. We're going to get him in the game because he hadn't played in weeks. You count the bye week. I know everybody's talking about games, but you had the bye week. He didn't practice at all. So we wanted to get him in and see where he was, but didn't want to really risk it so that thing doesn't drag on the whole year the way he plays. And he needs to be healthy, and I think we got through that Saturday. And today I'll be interested to see how he is in practice, because we're going to need him to be JJ of last year from here on out.
Arizona is preparing to face Washington, and Kevin Sumlin says the Huskies' recent loss to Stanford doesn't change his perception of the team, especially with the quarterback like Jacob Eason leading the way.
You've done this long enough that, hey, guess what? You win, you get momentum, right? You lose, what, are you mad? So guess what? Whether or not whatever happened last week has nothing to do with this week. It really doesn't. So, maybe for you guys, the conversations would be different either way. But for me, hey, it's still a big game. It stresses me out. I mean, because the guy can. I mean, I've seen him for a long time, right? And I mean, he is a extremely talented guy. I tell you what else he is. He's bigger than you think too. When you get on the field and when you see him, he's hard to get on the ground. When you hit him, I mean, he's a big, strong guy, and the ball comes out quick. And it'll come out quick, and he can throw it a long ways. He's a strong arm guy, big talented guy. So, yeah, he's what I refer to as he's a problem, and for us, just because of his talent level and his experience. You know, you add what happened last week. You saw an experienced quarterback make some unbelievable plays. You know, just in the scrambling and flipping the ball to different people, and not turning it over, right? And so this team, you know, we're playing this week. Washington has prided themselves in, their defense has been one of the best in this league for the last couple of years, right? The last 3-4 years. And they're also one of the top teams in the country every year in turnover margin, right? They don't give it away. And their defense is fast, big guys inside. They run really well, but they also pride themselves in taking the ball away from people. So, you know, we've got a big challenge this week, and you know, he's a big, strong guy that can sling it.
The Wildcats return to Arizona Stadium Saturday at 8 p.m. to face Washington. Stick with us for more updates and coverage as we bring you the latest on Arizona football. For GOAZCATS.com, I'm Riley Holman.